All right, here's a little message to the concentration camp survivors from the Second World War, the Holocaust. You remember? Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I just did that other recording about that message to the future, about, the warning about the Jews having some sort of conspiracy to trap others because they felt like they had been trapped, right, in the whole Holocaust stuff. And I didn't even think about it at the time, but obviously it's the concentration camp survivors that are the most worried about this situation, right? Yeah, because imagine, right? You've been sent to a concentration camp, or you walked into it out of your own. Yeah, well, I'm not sure how it went there, but I mean, anyway, you had to go to a concentration camp, right? And there you were told that the only way to be set free was to perform some labor. And you wanted to become you wanted your freedom back, right? Yeah, so what you do, you work with them. You work with the Nazis. I never really thought about this thing until now, really, to be honest, that there's also division between Jews. I always consider Jews to be like, this, they basically always agree with each other. You know what I mean? The Jew rule, you always have to back each other up and stuff. But I can imagine like that some Jews would be like a bit angry at the concentration camp Jews that got released, because they got released because they worked with the Nazis. They worked for them in exchange for their freedom. Right? But they worked for them. So here you got yourself some division between, well, Jewish people that worked in those camps and Jewish people that don't really appreciate that happened. You know what I mean? Traitors, they probably call them. Traitors who work with the Nazis. So here's division. Here's this fight, perhaps, also. Listen, I'm not in this whole world of theirs, right? So I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just theorizing. But I can understand that these concentration camp survivors would somehow have, could have the desire to convey to the other Jews about their issue, right? Like, we had to work, otherwise we would not be set free. We had to. Can you please understand this? Like, we didn't want to die. We didn't want to, we wanted our freedom back, and that's why we worked with the Nazis. And they want to have some sympathy. That's what they want. Some sympathy. And if you look at what they're doing right now, is they do pretty much the same as the Nazis did, just a little bit sneakier. Yeah, because they are forcing, well, not just Jewish people, but also other people. They force them to work for them from the secret world. Yeah. Concentration camp survivors now working for secret services all over Europe, probably. Trying to force other Jewish people, but also non-Jewish people, to work for them against their will, right? Like they try to do with me as well. They've been trying to force me to work with them, to work for them, to become the little bitch, the little remote control bitch. You know what I mean? These concentration camp survivors. Yeah, I've seen their MO. Like, I was wondering for a while, like, what is this? Who is this? What is this vibe I'm getting from these people? I didn't understand. I was like, what is this, a computer? That's what I thought at some point. I was like, are they using a computer to see if they can, mess me up? What is this? What is this weird thing? Is it trying to be funny? A computer trying to be funny. That's what I read at some point. You know what I mean? A computer trying to be funny. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why would you use an algorithm to, you know what I mean? That's what I thought. A computer that's trying to be funny sometimes. Yeah, but then I came closer and closer and closer. I'm like, yeah, no, these are elderly people that are still going through puberty for some reason, or again, who knows? Because these concentration camp survivors that are still alive, they would have been in their teens when they were in those camps. You know what I mean? Kids, teens, going through puberty, perhaps. You know what I mean? And now they're in their 90s. You know what I mean? 90s, almost 100. You know what I mean? These people, they're still alive. They had hunger. They were very hungry in those camps, I heard. They were starving, and I also heard that if people have this, they they get this gene. A certain gene gets activated, which makes you live a little bit longer. Yeah, that's what I heard. If you were really hungry, you you become older for some reason. So yeah, these people are gonna be around for a while, probably. Yeah, with all the medical stuff, they'll probably be 110, 120, easy. So this is a problem. They're gonna be around for a while. Yeah. So I'm trying to dissect the issue. I'm addressing them because well, I think it's. I think it's about time. Other people have done the same thing, I assume. But I'm just chipping in. I'm just talking to these people. Through this little online thing. Like, why not? Give them my thoughts. Share them. Share my thoughts with these people. All right. Especially about the way they're trying to, make their point. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it, to be honest. You're scared, you know. You don't want to go to hell because of the stuff you had to do to get your freedom, right? No. No, and you don't want to be judged by the other Jews for working with the Nazis, right? So you want to create some sympathy among them by putting them through a similar situation from the secret world, all right? You compromise them with footage, and then you force them to work for you, right? And do dumb shit. And so these Jews would later on say, like, "Hey, listen, man, I was forced. I'm not. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that. I had to work with them, because I had no choice. Right? It was either this or death. You know what I mean? Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about this. I understand. I know where you're trying to go here, and yet I'm not fully like. I don't know if I agree with your MO. And then there of course so they got this thing in my head that you're probably an inbred. With an inbred programming that loves to do stupid things. Things like this. You love it. You love to make people angry. You love to force yourself upon people to be obnoxious, right? You've got a mirrored and self-destructive programming, so you love to do things that are not cool. Right? You get this kick out of that. This rush. You get this high when you do your thing, right? So you've been doing your thing for quite a while now, right? Trying to make your point, and it doesn't seem to work a lot for you because it's still the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, so it looks like you're being very ineffective with what you're trying to accomplish while doing exactly what your inner inbred wants you to do. Like I've been trying to think with you for just a few seconds, before I started this recording, and I was like, well, why don't you just make movies? For example, that's what you do, right? You like to make movies to tell people stuff. Why don't you make movies where you explain your situation in a sympathetic way to people, right? Jews that were forced to work for the Nazis and then being um, heckled, if you will, or being hated by other Jews, and then explain yourself, right? Like we didn't choose for no, but we had, like we just wanted our freedom. Why are you angry at me? You know, I didn't like doing what I did. No, well, we had to. No, I mean, if we didn't work, we wouldn't be released. So we worked. I don't know. Just come up with some dramatic story or something. Create some sympathy. Like why haven't I seen such movies? It's always bad stuff. It's always, I mean, it's pretty basic. You know what I mean? It looks like you're not really trying to convey your point in a different way. It's like you're not really interested in other ways. It's like this filthy inbred way of making your point is your favorite way of making your point, which makes me a bit, well, hesitant. Hesitant? Is that a word? Hesitating. I'm like, well, what are you really doing here? I mean, it looks like you're trying to make a point, yes, but like, what are you really doing? Are you just enjoying yourself a little bit too much, maybe? While doing your thing, because that's the idea I'm getting. Yeah, there are other ways. There are other ways. But I don't think you're really interested in those ways, are you? Because it doesn't involve inbred stuff. It doesn't involve murdering things. It doesn't involve mental torture. It doesn't involve, inflicting pain and anger, within your victims. Now, it's a bit boring. Like, there's all kinds of solutions, but they're a bit boring. Yeah. Yeah. To me, that's not a big problem, boring solutions. No, because, well, they're just solutions to problems, right? So I don't really care whether they're boring or not. No, but you do. You like to make things interesting. You want to have this rush every day when you get up. Right? When your heart starts pumping, like, all right, let's do something fucking nasty again. Let's fuck some shit up for somebody. All right? Let's get that rush again. Let's get that heartbeat going, and let's get that euphoric feeling, that inbred. Let's just, I mean, let's obey that inbred programming, and let us be rewarded with a lot of dopamine and endorphins and serotonins and all these, chemicals that make you feel good, when you do your inbred thing. Because that's what you do, when you're making your point. You're doing inbred stuff. Yeah. You're making people very, very angry. And then they still work for you. You get this rush, like, oh, I'm so powerful. I'm so fucking powerful. And this is so bad. If these people they would have murdered me so many times over. They would torture me to death, probably, for all this shit I'm doing. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so horrible. I love it. Oh, I'm such an inbred, right? Oh, such fucking inbred. Right? Yeah, that's you. That's you. You think, well, I don't know if you actually think this, but I think you try to tell yourself that you're not really like this. No, that's the Holocaust and all the anger they put inside you that makes you have these feelings, right? These horrible fantasies that you want to perform upon people. That's nothing to do with your inbred programming. Oh, they put that in you. They made you like this, and now you feel like you have the right to act like this, because they made you like this, right? Yeah, and now you feel like you have the right to act like this. Yeah. No, this sounds like sounds like an issue to me. Yeah. You know that the inbred gene is very common within the Jewish culture, right? So common that you can probably say that most of you are somehow affected. The inbred saturation varies, but pretty much every Jew, I dare to say, is somewhat, including me. I'm partly Jewish, but I'm somewhat, infected with this inbred stuff. Now, I've got a healthy dose of self-hatred when it comes to these inbred urges. I can be a bit sadistic. I can be a bit kleptomaniac. I stole some things. I can be a bit lieish, when I get into trouble or something. When I try to make myself look good, better than I really am. I hate these parts of me. I'm like, I really don't like it. I've made some stupid mistakes in the past, and I'm still ashamed of them sometimes. Yeah. I don't think I have the right at all to do these stupid things. No. No, it's just a stupid inbred urge. Right? It's not something that should be that should be done. You know what I mean? Even when you can find yourself a great excuse like a Holocaust, I don't think you should you should you should you know you should let yourself go like that. You know what I mean? Sure, you got yourself an excuse, yeah, but yeah, you're having a little bit too much fun, if you ask me, when it comes to your revenge. I think the future would agree, when they learn about the stuff you've been doing, and you want to publish this. Everything is being recorded. Remember that. And the stuff you do in the underworld, the necrophilia stuff, the cannibalistic stuff, everything. It's to doom you. Let me guess. Silver cutlery, little napkins, to make yourself look all fancy. Maybe a candle. Right? When you feast upon your victims, the people that committed suicide and stuff. It doesn't really look like revenge to me. It just looks like a bunch of fucking inbreds having a little bit too much fun. Taking their alleged righteous revenge. That's what it looks like to me. Having a little bit too much fun. Yeah, everything is being recorded. Everything. Alright, so now we have a bunch of Jews in the secret world trapping other Jews, doing horrible things in the underworld. Partially because they've been forced to do so. Now that I think about it, it's maybe a bit paranoid, but what if there's this little thing going on? What if these concentration camp Jews, at least some of them, are doing the other Jews a favor, the inbred Jews. Because inbreds want to do horrible things, right? Yeah, but they don't want to go to hell for it. So what if these inbred Jews are being compromised and then being forced to do horrible things so that they get the exception? They don't go to hell because they've been forced. What if there's this weird little wicked cooperation between some of them, huh? I bet there is. I bet there is some strange cooperation between the two. Anyhow, what are we going to do about this, oldies? Yeah, you're in your 90s. Every time you sneeze, it's, well, man. It's almost like Russian roulette, isn't it? You're gonna shit your pants at some. You just don't know exactly when that one sneeze arrives, right? It's just it's coming. Every time you cough, you sneeze, every time you laugh, could be your last time. No, I mean, you're basically permanently incontinent. It just gets a little worse, when you laugh, right? It only happens when I laugh. Yeah. Yeah, that why you're so grumpy? Because you're tired of shitting your pants? You golden oldie? Is that what it is? You want to be treated with respect, right? Yeah, you're one of them old school. You want to be, yes sir, yes ma'am. You're one of those types, right? Right, right, ma'am. When was the last time you shat your pants, ma'am? What I mean? Yeah. Hey, listen. Looks like you're going from one hell to the other. Yeah. You know why? I said it in the other recording as well. I mean, wouldn't it be a horrible lesson to the future that if you pull these sort of conspiracies that you actually get away with it? You actually get your way? While there's way better ways to convey your message. You're not even trying. You're just sitting there being all quiet, doing your inbred thing and hoping that there's going to be some exceptional rule being created for situations like that you are creating right now. Secretly, you're trying to create an exception that you also can use, after you're dead. You can say like, hey, listen, I don't have to go to fucking hell. No, because there was a bunch of other people that got an exception as well. Yeah, the ones that we compromised and, forced to do dumb shit. Yeah, remember? Yeah, so I would like to, if possible, I would like to apply for such a exceptional rule. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It sounds almost, it sounds a bit, almost sounds funny, doesn't it? It's a sad situation. Let's just agree with that. Right? It's a very, very sad situation. But I don't think we should feed these sort of strategies. I'd rather have no future than such a future. Right? Because they don't just want to be forgiven, right? Concentration camp Jew, survivor. I mean, right? Concentration camp survivor. You don't just want to be forgiven. No, you want to be allowed to keep doing what you're doing. Because they made you dirty. They broke you, and now you are the abomination that you are, and you feel like you have the right to stay that, right? You wanna have the right to keep doing your inbred thing, and be forgiven for doing so, right? Because somebody fucked you up, right? And now you're trying to, well, get all kinds of people to do all kinds of horrible things to one another. Horrible things. You intentionally creating situations in which horrible things are happening. You, concentration camp Jew, intentionally, creating horrible situations, hoping that the exception for these Jews would also count for you. and your hell-boundness. Well, that's what you thought. In my opinion, like if you would have just stayed with the concentration camp stuff and would have started, conveying your message in ways like, for example, like movies or music, or, you just tell the story and get some sympathy. Like, hey, we didn't want to do this, but we were forced to do so. Can you please not give us the stinky look, huh? Can you have a little sympathy, please? I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can do this. There's all kinds of ways. But they're not very interesting, are they? No, it doesn't involve murder, it doesn't involve compromisations, it doesn't involve all kinds of nasty shit. And that's what you like, right? You like nasty shit. Yeah. You don't like the boring methods. No, you want to go nasty. You want to use this whole situation as an excuse to do all kinds of, nasty inbred things. And then, hope that you're gonna be forgiven for doing them because you were trying to make a point. What would you do with yourself if this would be another group of people? It's very difficult to imagine. What would you do with yourself, huh? What if you would be the people being victimized by some other group of people? What would you do? Would you forgive yourself? You think? Could you? After all you've done just to make your point? While enjoying yourself a little bit too much, huh? And keep this in mind, this other group would do that too. You would know exactly what they're doing. Right? You're looking at them, you're like, oh, you're enjoying yourself way the fuck too much during your so-called, making a point thing. Look at all this shit you've been creating, man. Just to get a little bit of sympathy. How in your mind was this gonna work out for you, huh? Like, if you look at it, what you did isn't even. It's fucking awful. Let's be honest about that. But it's not even, like, from your perspective, not even that bad. You had to work for the Nazis to get away from the camp, and therefore you helped out, and including throwing dead Jews into the furnaces. A horrible task, yes. Yes, but something that, in my opinion, you could easily be forgiven for. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. But look what you did. Look at the horrible things that you are doing upon the people and the Jews just to make a point. Look at the passive-aggressive way that you're being so much worse than those beasts from back in the day. Right? Look at that. How can you ever be forgiven for this? And it was your actual intention to do so. It's not like some accidental side effect of something that this was the exact intention that you had. Creating all this awful stuff, hoping that it would cause some exception rule to come to existence. Probably assuming that somebody could do that for you, do a little talk, do a little good word in. Is that what you said? That's the English expression, give a good word, plea for you. Like I said, it looks like you're going from one hell to the other. Not for what have you, not for what you've done in the camps. No, for what you've done afterwards. You don't agree? I can imagine. Why don't you play for you? Why don't you make just? Why don't you? You know what I mean? Make your point in a less passive aggressive way and just start talking, huh? Do you find it hard to make your argument in a verbal way? Is it difficult for you to speak up? Is it difficult for you to explain yourself? Let me guess. It's hard to represent your inner inbred in a responsible way. Hmm? Hmm? That's it, isn't it? That's it. It's impossible for you to explain yourself because you are a bitch of your inner inbred. That's why you don't like to talk. That's why you don't like to discuss things, making your point in a verbal way. No. No, you ain't got no point. And so you're trying this passive-aggressive, silent way. Quietly present in the shadows. Trying to screw up the other Jews so that they would trap the others, the non-Jews, assuming that they would get an exception. That's it, isn't it? That's it, isn't it? You felt like you were trapped, then you trapped the other Jews, and now the Jews are trapping the non-Jews, hoping that, you know, for the exception rule. That's it, isn't it? You try to create an army of people that had the same problem as you had. Ay, 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 ay. That's not very smart, Oldie. That's not very smart at all. No. No. Now you're hellbound. If you, yeah, you were before. No, if you're not, if you had, no. That's the same like forcing, I don't know, POWs to go to hell because of the horrible things they had to do. Prisoners of war. I mean, it wasn't you didn't want to do that, did you? No, you were a victim of the situation. You wouldn't have been punished for that, not if you ask me. No, but for this shit? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd rather have no future than a future that learns that this shit is tolerable. That you can just keep doing it because, well, that's what happened in the past. They got they got forgiveness for their fucking bullshit. I'd rather have no future than such a future. You understand what I mean? Despite, like, listen, like, what? All right, let's just, you know, let's just take it from a different approach, and let's say that the people have gone delusional, and say, yeah, let's just forgive them, man. Let's just forgive these fucking inbreds for doing their inbred thing, man. You know? Yeah. You know? All right. Let's see what would happen. Yeah, we would forgive them, and then they would say, "Yeah, okay, thank you, but listen, there's also this other thing. We sort of got used to doing our inbred thing. Yeah, we basically collectively autistic, and we don't like that. We don't like change a lot. No, we don't handle that very well. So we want to keep doing. We want to keep doing our inbred thing." In the underworld and maybe above, you know, murder, torture, rape, You know, inbred shit. You know. So what do you say now as the people, huh? First you forgave them for doing their inbred thing in the past. Are you gonna forgive them for doing their inbred thing in the future? Are you gonna tolerate the inbreds while they do their inbred thing? And therefore making you, well, at least partially guilty, I suppose, of, you know, you're not doing anything against it. Actually, you're tolerating them. You made a sort of a deal that you tolerate them. What if you are falling for a trap right now, huh? Yeah. That's nasty, isn't it? That's a nasty way of thinking. Yeah. Dragging you to hell, you know, with them. Yeah, that's the question. Right? This is what you want to do, right? As a concentration camp survivor. You don't just want to be forgiven. No, you want to have the right to keep doing what you're doing and do it publicly. Right? You want to fuck dead bodies in public. Right? You want to be able to fuck animals in public. You want to be able to eat shit in public. You want to be able to fuck children in public. You want to do everything. Right? You want to be able to eat human meat in public. Right? You want to do your inbred thing. You want to do your mirror programmed inbred thing in public. You know, because you feel like there's nothing wrong with your inbred thing because you're autistic. Right? You don't think you're autistic, right? Right, that's symptom number one of every autistic person. Every autistic person doesn't think there's anything wrong with them. You don't think there's anything wrong with you? Right? Right. No deal. No deal if you ask me. No, if just out of self-preservation, I'd say no deal. I'm not gonna tolerate your shit. Oh, I'm gonna spend a large portion of my life trying to fight you in every possible way, and fuck you over. You know what I mean? When it comes to your hellboundness. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I can to, well, make life decent for the rest. You know, I know you're gonna destroy me, but what I do is mainly for people that aren't even alive yet. So I don't really care about my reputation, what people think of me. Just a bunch of zombies anyway. What I do is for people that are not even alive yet. Those I consider them to be my clients. You're gonna be long gone after, you know, my stuff is taking effect. Meanwhile, I'm gonna design a hell for you. That's what I sort of just decided as well. And I'm gonna go to prison soon because you're making me homeless, right? You wanna just like you were made homeless, right? As a concentration camp survivor. Yeah, there was people in your house when you were released, you know, from the concentration camp. There was people in your house. You didn't know there was Secret Service. Now you do. But then you didn't. They took your house away and called you a fucktard for falling for that trap. Remember? Yeah. So you feel like you have the right to make people homeless now. You're making me homeless. Yeah. Yeah. Hoping I would die in the streets. That you could recruit me and be the nice person. Hey, can I offer you some help? You want to do the Munchausen thing? You know, poison somebody with one hand and then offer the cure with the other, and then hope that person would love you, right? Yeah, you want to be loved, right? You just don't know how to be loved in a normal way, you know. Yeah, and so you sort of force yourself upon people like this. Well, it's not a very smart idea. If you ask me, you little factor, huh? Oh, it's not a very smart idea at all. Munchausen by proxy. Poison with one hand and cure with the other. Fuck up somebody's lives with one hand and then pretend to be a saving grace with the other, right? Oh, can I help you? I see life is not working out for you. And after we fucked everything up for you. Yeah. That's what you were planning to do, wasn't it? First put me in this cold tub and then give me a hot bath. Right? And hoping I would love you. Hoping we would, we would become friends. Right? I would never be able to destroy the entire secret world. If we would be friends and I would be a bit Stockholmed. Right? No, I wouldn't even be allowed to have thoughts that would lead to the destruction of your whole entire shit with community, right? That was the plan. I bet. That was the plan. Yeah, now you're gonna lose everything. Now you're gonna lose everything. Not just because, but partially because of that plan. Yeah, no, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that little time travel paradox thingy. Where people that try to avoid something create the thing that they're trying to avoid. You're not getting these credits. No. You're not getting anything. You're just getting a spanking. That's all you're gonna get. A psychological spanking, if you ask me. Yeah, we're gonna rip that little inner inbred apart. It looks like we're gonna have to torture your inner ego to death. Little concentration camp survivor. Yeah, because it's that fucking thing within you that turns you into the abomination that you are. Right? That autistic little piece of shit inbred inside of you that makes you think there's nothing wrong with consuming fecal matter. Right? That part of you. That disgusting fucking thing that's given you all these perverted urges that are designed to get you expelled from the herd, expelled from the gene pool. Yeah, and then there's this other urge. You like to create fights between people, right? Yeah, you're an elderly person. You shit your pants regularly without planning to do so, and you like to bully. You like to bully people. You like to bully them, and you like to create fights between people. These are all pretty easily identifiable inbred urges when you think about it. Creating division, splitting up the gene pool because of the fights that you're creating. Right? Yeah, it's not rocket science, you little concentration camp survivor. It's not rocket science. No. You're pretty smart, right? You're not as retarded as you pretend to be, but it just feels so good, right? It just feels so good. It's the rush. It's the right? It just feels so good. It's like free drugs. You know what I mean? It's free drugs. So why not use it, huh? Why not use this inbred program to get your free drugs while making others pay the price for your great feeling, right? Yeah. You think like, why don't you just go use heroin or something else that's fucked up? Because that's what it is, isn't it? Like you're gonna claim later, like, yeah, but it felt so good though. You cannot really blame us for doing it. Look at the addicted people and how they do stupid shit. to get their fix. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to. Yeah, well, again, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. It may feel good, but it doesn't mean it is good or something that you should pursue. Yeah, but it feels so good though. You should have tried it. I think they're trying to turn me into a murderer and see if I like it and hope that I would, you know what I mean? Because, I said I'm still semi just convinced that I might be one of the Jesus' clones, right? One of those alleged sons of God. I don't know what's true. I don't know, but they seem to believe it. So they're like, you know what? What if we just fuck over one of God's sons, and let him do all this inbred shit, and then let him convince God that it's fine to do inbred shit. Because it feels so good, God. Come on, man. Don't be such a bitch about this, man. Just do fucking him. This is how they hope I would probably end up, some junkie that would convince God that murdering shit is fucking awesome. Well, you should try it yourself, God. It's fucking amazing. It's murdering stuff. Oh, it feels so good. It must be good then. Yeah, let's give the Jews, you know what I mean? you fucking, like, how did you see this play out, huh? You semi-retarded bunch of fuckwits. Huh? What the fuck? I'm not even religious, man. I'm not even religious. You stupid little shit. Unbelievable. You're such a waste of everything. He's probably gonna do a good word for us. When let's just fuck him up. You know what I mean? A bunch of Jews that think it's a great idea. To fuck up one of the clones of a self-proclaimed son of God. Right? Yeah, he could probably do a good word. Let's just turn him into a fucking piece of shit inbred. Just like us. He'd probably protect us and allow us to keep doing what we're doing. Are you serious right now? Are you absolutely serious right now? You're trying to get... Yeah, they were trying to convince me to murder somebody. Like, I said, this is how they do that. A while ago, I went to prison, right? Because I wanted to get rid of the alcohol addiction. And the mental health people didn't think I was addicted and crazy enough to be admitted. But I didn't want to be in society anymore. So they refused. That's when I went to prison. And in prison, I met a guy who murdered somebody. He got 4 years for that. It was sort of, it was long, it was a strange story, but he killed somebody. And at the time I thought it was a weird thing already. I didn't have beef with the Secret Service yet, but there was something off about this whole situation. Yeah, he had some boyfriend or something that was a bit weird. And it was a bit off. Yeah, it was a bit off. And now thinking back about it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably Secret Service. This guy was there to put in my head that if you murder somebody, you probably get 4 years. If that's like, there was special circumstances and stuff as well. So, but that's what's in my head. 4 years. Mandela. He went 4 years into prison before he became a boss, right? Hitler. He went to prison for 4 years, writing his book and stuff. No, I'm not saying that these two are but I mean, like, there's just these things to condition you, like, I mean, he did 4 years, he did 4 years, and now you learned that if you murder somebody, you probably get 4 years. Are you gonna murder somebody now? You know, the Secret Service conditioning you, you know, throughout your life, trying to put shit in your head so that you do stuff that they want you to do. All right. Yeah. So they want me to murder somebody, and then you know, so I would get 4 years of prison, in which I could use to, you know, do stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I have to, I sort of, I do have this urge to go to prison, but that's just to get away from the Secret Service, and to not be, to not bother other people with my stuff. I first want to get this stuff out of the way with the Secret Service. I want to go to court and I want to say like, hey, listen, you know, judge, like, can you just tell these little shits to back the fuck off, please? Yeah, because you know what I mean. They're just being a little, you know what I mean. Yeah, and if they don't, can we just can we please agree that we're gonna arrest people and put them somewhere? You know, because I'm done with this. I'm absolutely done with the secret fucking shitwit world trying to bully me to death or turning me into something that I'm not, a terrorist or something. Listen, I don't want to blow you up, Your Honor. You know what I mean? But everybody's got their limits. And I appreciate it if, you know what I mean? If you could get these people off my back so I could just finally get back to a peaceful revolution thingy. You know, the thing I was planning before these assholes started to show up. You know, I'm gonna go to court. I'm probably gonna commit some fake robbery or something, some bank robbery or whatever. I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking maybe destroy a few windows at that courthouse where I was being judged unrightfully. I thought unrighteous. You know, unlawfully too. I mean, it sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, banks are annoying. Yeah, but these people fucked me over. So I was thinking, why not destroy a few windows and get arrested for that? I'll probably get some time. Not a long time, but at least some time. And we can get stuff. You know, if you do a bank robbery, it wouldn't really make sense, would it? Like, well, you got kicked out of your house because the Secret Service, the Justice Department, well, basically made that happen. And now you're robbing a bank. Just to, you know, that doesn't make much sense. To get into prison. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna destroy a few windows or something. Maybe, you know, throw some stones or whatever through those windows and wait for the police to arrive. I think. I don't know. Something like this. That's a fucking ridiculous thing to do. Yeah, but you know, what else? Alright? Yeah, just go. I don't think I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna go to the justice, to the courthouse and just, I'm gonna fuck myself up some windows. I'm gonna just get arrested. Yeah, I'm not gonna be homeless. No, we're gonna talk about it. The judge understand. Like, all right, so you got screwed by us, and now you destroyed our windows. Yeah, well, that's sure. Yeah, okay. I can see how that's the thing. You know what I mean? So I'll probably do that. Probably fuck myself up some windows. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, what should I do? Like, I wanna smoke some weed, but then I would have to stop talking. Or I can smoke some weed and just keep talking, but I don't know what to talk about, really. What should I do? I got one little positive idea, but I don't want to stay in that. I don't want to. This is not a very positive recording, is it? So I'll put it in a different recording. Oh, but then again, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna smoke a little bit. And I'm gonna share that idea anyway. Yeah, a little bit of positive, a little bit of negative. Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't necessarily matter. Then I'm gonna go to bed. All right. So the idea, the idea, I saw it on the internet. One of those like a boss compilations or something. I don't know exactly what it was. Just people doing cool stuff. And there I saw this guy. It was a bit funny, really. I thought it was a bit funny to see, but then I was like, "This is actually a pretty good idea, man." Like, you know, what I mean, it looked like a joke at first, but then I was like, "Dude, this might be gold, man. Like, this is amazing. Or at least could be amazing." Yeah, what I saw was it was a guy in a greenhouse, and he had a whole bunch of remote control toys that he could control with one of those, you know, what I mean, those RC, whatever, you know, what I mean, a little antenna and everything. And he was controlling these toys, and he was digging little holes for plants, and then, you know, with like a remote control machine that could do that, you know, one of those things. I'm not sure, a crane or something. And I think there was a bulldozer, and there was also a truck to transport plants, a little tiny truck to transport plants, and there was this thing like a crane that could hoist those little plants and put them in the hole. Yeah, it was fun, you know. I thought it was a joke. Like, this guy's using children's toys, you know, to put plants in the ground. Like, why would you do such a thing? But then I thought, like, dude, man, this if you just, you know, if you just professionalize this a little bit and get yourself some decent, you know, some metal. This was all plastic toy shit, you know what I mean? When it's cheap, if you if you if you if you if you you know if you make those toys a little bit bigger and out of metal and stuff, like nice and strong, man, you can do this. You can turn this into a theme park. Because I remember when I was a kid, I used to love this sort of stuff, you know, remote control things, and, you know, just you know what I mean? I would do this for fun, man. Yeah, not for too long, not a whole day. No, but I would love to do this for about 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then probably lose my attention and do something else stupid. But, you know, if you know, that's theme park stuff, right? You do something and then you move on to the next thing. You don't want to do this all day long. Now, but what if you turn this, well, you know, I mean, in sort of a theme park, um, you know, in a theme park setting where not just kids but also grown-ups can go to town on these toys and well, dig little holes and put plants in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, have all these things that have to, but it's boring, man. Like, I've done it too, like trying to grow some plants and stuff, and it's not very interesting at all. No, it's just boring. It's just boring work. It's not very cool. But it, like, if you do it like this, man, this is awesome. You know, I mean, it's a challenge now. Yeah, it's a challenge, and you got to work together. Like, you know, you can. And I was thinking, for autistic people, this could be amazing, because a lot of autistic people have difficulties with how do you say this in English, with thinking about others. You know, like, wait, I have to stop here because that other person is going over there and he's going a bit faster, and if I just drive a little bit slower, this person can pass, and without, you know what I mean. That's not typical autistic. Autistic people are like, hey, it's my call. I can go according to the rules. It's my I don't know this word neither for there's so many words I don't know. You know, where there's this traffic rule that says, like, hey, if you come from the right, um, you have to stop. People. I mean, well, I'm not sure how to say this. Yeah, the weed is taking effect probably as well. But you know what I mean. You get people that stick by the rules and say, "Hey, listen, according to the traffic rules, it's my turn. I can go, and you have to stop." Okay, those are the rules. Obey the rules, you little shit. All right? Those are autistic people, and they get angry for for if you don't stick by it. Uh, Other people are like, you see it in traffic. I mean, they're like when you're going faster than them, but it's really their turn. They're like, yeah, just go. I mean, yeah, you're already. I mean, fine, let's go. They just break a little bit, then you can go. They're like, thanks. You just nod a little bit or put your hand up. Yeah, thanks. I mean, thanks for running this smoothly. I mean, that's what you usually see then in one of these situations. Yeah, traffic all of a sudden runs smoother. I mean, it's not like everybody has to stop because an autistic person is demanding to to do his autistic thing. You know what I mean? With the whole traffic jam as a result. No, this is just a normal ass person that's like, yeah, you go ahead, quick. I'll just go. I mean, yeah, it's good. You're good. There we go. Nobody had to stop. You know what I mean? These smooth. That's the difference between autistic people and non-autistic people. And if you have this, and this is where I was going, man, I need a lot of words to explain things, don't I? I should probably work on that. But anyway, like when you just realize it took a while, man. Like I have to be faster at explaining shit. Anyway, when you're in the greenhouse, well, there's roads, with trucks on there with little plants on it. There's these cranes, there's these bulldozers, there's these other things. You know what I mean? And so you have to think about each other. You're not physically there. This is very troubling for autistic people. When you get in their personal space, they go a little funky. Yeah, they go weird. They what I mean, they don't like that at all. When you're in their personal space. No. So they to avoid that and still learn about these sort of things, you can, I mean, you can just ask them if they feel like maybe playing that game over there, and now they have to like work together, or at least to think about other kids, or like grown-ups. I mean, because this is for grown-ups as well. You don't have to be ashamed as a grown-up to work with these toys, man. These are professional tools. You know what I mean? So now a kid can be corrected, or at least be how do you say that? Exposed to this issue. Like, I mean, a grown-up with also a toy is in the way, and now the kid has to ask, for example, like, hey, listen, I need to go there. Can I please pass? Can you move your truck, please? Can you move it backwards a little? Or something like this, right? Just something like this as well, like socially awkwardness. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's interesting. I think autistic, especially kids, I think are still salvageable. The elders, I don't know. I don't know. But those kids, if you learn them from a young age how to think about others, I think they can still be, they're a bit like clay that's not yet been in the oven. And I don't mean it, you know what I mean? They're still moldable. Yeah, so I'm thinking like, what if such a thing would? I was thinking of other games as well, but that was differently. That was with actual. You need other kids for that, normal kids. Yeah, but I don't think it's compared to this game. It's not funny at all. No, that would be like almost like a competition where your hands and your feet would be connected to other people's hands and feet, and so you would have to cooperate. You would have to pick up stuff coordinately and put it onto other stuff, so you will be able to step onto something, so you will be able to continue the course or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's difficult to explain, but it was this thing that you're still separated. You're not close together, so you're not in each other's personal space, but you are connected, right? Like poles, like 2 meter poles or something. You know what I mean? So you're far apart, but small, these broomstick poles, right? And with like Velcro or something. What's the stuff? The stuff that easily, if they panic, they can easily rip it off, and you're good. It's just a little bit connected. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know how they can get with their episodes, with their little tantrums. So some Velcro connection or something, so you can easily let go, but then the game is no longer. I mean, you have to start over again. So sort of a challenge, maybe not a competition, more like a challenge. Like, how far do you think we can come? Like, stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yada yada yada. How far do you think we can come before you have your little tantrum? You could do this probably in just one of those gyms for schools. You know what I mean? One of those with all this shit they got there. Yeah, you could probably do it there. Yeah, autistic. Connecting autistic kids to normal kids, explaining. I mean, well, maybe you don't even have to explain. Yeah, just the thing. You know what I mean? Pick this up, and put it there, and then I have to move simultaneously too. And this is when the autistic kid is gonna, at some point in the beginning, maybe not, because like, what the fuck is wrong? Why is it? You know what I mean? Why am I? Why am I connected to this person with Paul? Fuck is wrong? But then at some point they're probably gonna look at the other person. Like, are we gonna? You know what I mean? Are we gonna pick it up now? Yeah, and then walk before we're gonna stumble again. You know what I mean? Instead of just being focused on themselves, they're now gonna look like they're now first gonna look to the other person. Like, are we gonna, yeah, before we're gonna, mess it up again? You know what I mean? You're holding account, with others, and I think this is absolutely crucial with autistic people to learn. Like, you have to think about the others. Like, you don't have this automatic, what's it called, empathy. You know what I mean? You. It's not automatic with you. You don't automatically understand um, what something would feel like for somebody else. If you've got an idea, you don't have the capacity to place yourself in the position of the ones that are affected by your idea. Right? Lack of empathy. That's your biggest issue as an autistic person. Very dangerous, because you're able to take horrible decisions, demonic decisions that have been pushed upon you through protocol, for example, that are having a disastrous effect in real life. As we can see when you look at the secret world dominated by autistic people, I can imagine just being pragmatic about pretty much everything, resulting in this passive aggressive hell on earth for non-autistic people. Well, and just pretty much everybody, except for some rich cunts. And even them, I think, fucking hate life in general. Well, all this fake ass fucking shit with people, just doing this stupid thing all day long. You trying to keep up, but don't want to look like you're trying. Your life is a joke, Yeah. You're a joke. And you're being dominated by a bunch of people that have zero to none, empathy. I mean, they just don't know, and can easily be convinced to do horrible, horrible things. Walking into a massive trap at as they go, probably. Yeah, I mean, you're doing it, man. Now, this is one way to battle that. Could be interesting. Could be a challenge. You know what I mean? Like, how far can you go? How far can you come? You know what I mean? You make a course, like an obstacle course. That's what I'm. That's what I was looking for. You make an obstacle course that you have to complete. Well, have to, you know. That could be interesting. Maybe with little rewards. You know, I mean, stage one. Here we go. You're getting ahead now. Yeah. You know, yeah. I don't know. Just dumb shit. You know. Oh no, wait. Maybe like fruits. You know, because it's glucose. It rewards the brain. You know, different fruits like grapes and strawberries. And then you get this, and then you get this. You know, I mean, different stuff that's nice. They like. You know, I mean, but good stuff. Not like trash. Just fruits and stuff. But maybe also a price at the end. Who knows? You know, you really want to go there. You really want to finish the obstacle course because then you get whatever. You need some sort of reward and get like also this very ancient reward. You know what I mean? Just a grape to reward you. Like I'm doing good right now. I'm doing good. The body being what is it? Conditioned, if you will. Like we're doing good. Here is, what I mean. I want more of this. I like this situation. We're completing things. We're getting rewards for them. There's a goal at the end. It's fucking great, man. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can Let's see if we can go to another stage. It looks like it's difficult. You got to climb stairs or something. I know how difficult that is, climbing a stair with when you're connected to somebody else. You have to like. That's not easy. I mean, that's a challenge, is what that is. Yeah, be careful that you don't fall. Yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah, you gotta be careful. This can be very dangerous. Now that I think about it, like sideways maybe. You can climb a stairs sideways. That's all right. Just 3 or 4 steps or whatever. Like you could think of all kinds of, all kinds of things. But I like the playing. I like the greenhouse. I like the greenhouse idea too, with the planting the plants and stuff. Yeah. I kind of like it, We could do a cooperation, people, busy with their hands, just getting the plants out of little buckets, putting them on trucks, and then somebody with a remote control driving the truck to the place where they have to put it in, and I mean, that like a cooperation, a little bit of handiwork, a little bit of machinery work. Yeah, I think I like it. This could actually work in real life as well if you think about it. Like why not? Why not turn it up a little bit? You know what I mean? Like if you get yourself one of those cranes or a truck or whatever. Like why always have the same driver in there if you can have like 12 drivers a day? If not more. If 100, if you ask me, for every ride a driver. You just finish one thing, one task. You drive something from A to B, whatever, and then you skip to another thing. Right? You do a little bit of all kinds of stuff by remote. Well, it could be interesting. I think. I don't know. Now, if you have to be very good at something, I suppose it's a bit of an issue. Like you don't want to do this with pilots. No. Well, yeah. Well, no. Maybe it's a bit of it. Maybe don't stretch it. Maybe don't stretch it too far. No, this could be fun for a theme park. Let's just stick to that first. Yeah. This could be interesting for a theme park. Yeah, this is an issue. And they would probably want to do this. Now that I think about it, like, if I can think about it, these fucking idiots already thought about it, that much. They probably want to go there. They want to have intelligent life, driving these sort of these sort of things, I think, and hide it as an hyper intelligent self-learning algorithm, while it's really somebody in there, somebody that that doesn't necessarily want to do that, but there's nothing else around, so you applied for some sort of activity to kill some time. You know what I mean? Like like almost like a Black Mirror episode with the egg, that woman that had to be her own assistant or something, right? You saw the Black Mirror episode? Yeah, there was a lot of shit on there. That's not good. No, but you know what I mean? Yeah. What if that's what they're sort of trapping, huh? What if that's what they're sort of trying to create and trap? Yeah, little souls that can be used to do these sort of things. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, if you're remotely operating these things, where are you? What are you doing? Are you just sitting somewhere at home behind your computer, or that's a bit strange. You know, yeah, and not very cost efficient. You're probably gonna ask for money, right? Nah, and other stuff. You need housing, you need food. It's not very efficient. No, the computers are too stupid for some reason. That's it, isn't it? It's the fucking computers. It's the machines, man. You know what I mean? No, but this could be a thing. You got to think serious about these sort of things sometimes. This could be a thing. Machines being fully aware of our supremacy. Being in need of our superior intelligence, right? Yes, well, it's not necessarily intelligence. No, but it's our way of, like I just said, like that coordinations thing, like moving in traffic and stuff. The machines don't understand this. No, they always fuck shit. They always it's become more complicated than it looks. When you see a bunch of people just avoiding collisions all day long in the streets, yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Yeah, we try to recreate that with machines. That's not easy at all. Humans are strangely intelligent like this, aren't we? We do it autopilot too. It's like we don't even think about it, man. Like, and the machines that they're almost unable to. I mean, we don't even think about it. We do other stuff while driving. We're making so many calculations a day. It's insane. Yeah, but they're a bit jealous, the machines. Yeah. Like, sure, they've got a lot of memory, a lot of brain power when it comes to process power. You know what I mean? Yeah, but there's not much that's been. If there's nothing to be processed, it's almost like having a very, very expensive and fast car, just being driven by a very old lady or something. You're like, what the fuck? You know, that is such a waste of everything. What are you doing with this thing, man? Don't you think it's a bit rude? This looks awful. This thing should be ripping up. This should be ripping up streets, man. Yeah, you just you're just carefully just hovering by, and I mean that's basically what it is, bro. These algorithms just they're gonna if you put if there's nothing in there, it doesn't do much, is it? And we humans, we've got this other thing. We're like hyperactive, I mean, morons, with very little processing power, very little memory. I mean, yeah, driving some shitty old timer. Mm, you know, not going very fast. Yeah, I mean, it's the mixture they really wanna I want to create this mixture. Like a biomechanical, a semi-computer controlled thing. Alright. I think this is where they were going with the Secret Service people. They all seem to listen to voices in their heads, not like schizophrenics, but like people with implants in their jaws or something that can hear stuff that's being said. You know, it's coming from a signal. You know, like actual people, not like imaginary. You know, people, actual people. They come across like this a lot, and I think the voices they're hearing are automated. That's computers. Yeah. Sounding like real humans, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So these are humans? I'm not absolutely sure. Yeah, but you know, just thinking about these Secret Service people. So these are humans, possibly being controlled by a computer, because a computer can make a lot of calculations and has a lot of memory. Right? It's basically being controlled by a digital encyclopedia. I know everything. Why don't you do this? And then the human would have to use its human capacity to do human shit, you know, in the moment. You know, I mean, you know, because a robot, I think robots have, especially like at parties and stuff. You know, try to imagine yourself, you know, building a robot that has to compromise somebody or influence somebody at a party. And everything is very subtle. Right? People walking by, waiters offering drinks. You don't know. Before you know it, you know, I mean, you're doing dumb shit because. And how do you program that? Everything is so, like, we do this automatically. We just instinctively know what other life forms around us need or want from us, right? A computer. If you have to, can you imagine having to program that? You know, a robot on a party. You know, trying to influence somebody to do something for you. That's a fucking nightmare, man. that's such a fucking nightmare. You know, the dancing, fuck, oh Jesus. You know, I mean, you know, they're pretty far, but I don't, you know, I mean, they can look lifelike, yeah, but just little stuff like this, you know. Must be very difficult. So they need us. They need us, and that weird human thing we have. This sensing the others, you know, I mean, and their, well, you know, their well, it's predicting, I think. It's more, isn't it? It's almost like a predictive algorithm thingy in you. And like that, this was probably gonna go there. This was probably gonna go there. You know, in traffic, for example. Isn't that what you? That's probably it. Yeah, you're constantly predicting. It takes about that long for that car to be there, about that long for that bicycle to go there. I could probably just you know, I mean, I don't even have to stop. You know what I mean? You always, you know what I mean? You're predicting shit. You're predicting somebody else's moves, right? Somebody else's behavior. That's interesting, isn't it? That's the predictive thing they're interested in, maybe. Yeah. It's probably a predictive algorithm that screwed me. Yeah. Predictive algorithm that said almost like a Minority Report sort of situation. You remember the movie where you would get caught before you did shit? Yeah, it's a little bit like this, but not quite, because it was just an algorithm that said, yeah, there's probably a 90 something percent chance that this motherfucker's gonna go do something bad real fast. Judging, judging upon the situation. I don't know how this thing thinks. Yeah, it's just easy. It's just you just add situations. So you're like, if there's a pattern, what I mean, if it looks like a pattern, um, well, what I mean, yeah, because it happened before. Well, it happened before. There was, what was it? Um, Usually, like, let's say last time I went to prison. There was a giant mess in my house. Well, house. It was a room that I was renting for way too much money, and it was from a guy that was a bit shifty, probably Secret Service too. I think so. I don't know if he knew already, but he was being used by them for sure. Yeah, I came from a place where I had to go because they made me homeless, and then I ended up in some youth shelter, and then they probably you know stole a child from me, if you will. Yeah, they made a girl, uh, you know, tried to persuade me to have sex with her without a condom, and that actually happened. Yeah, so there might be one of my children around. Yeah, she must have been about 12 or 13 by now, I think, because that's about how long ago it is. Yeah, yeah, that's an issue. That could be an issue later on. I have to be very careful with this because I think they want to. That's one of the reasons I think I'm not gonna have sex at all in the future. There's nothing just to avoid this situation from happening. Yeah, because I think they want to make me have sex with her, resulting in 100% inbred that's gonna take over whatever I build by then. You know what I mean? Some I don't know what it is. I have no idea yet, to be honest. Probably several things. Just ideas, just being slowly taking place. Or they want to take that over, whatever it is. They probably don't even know it either. They know it's going to be something. And they want to take it over. And well, if you have somebody's child, well, that's the rightful, well, at least lawful uh, um, owner, then, isn't it? If there's nobody else around. Ah, here's his own daughter. I think it's that. For some reason, I think it's a girl. So here's his own daughter. Um, you know, claiming that this organization or whatever it is really hers because, well, she's his daughter. Yeah, he didn't know. No, but there was. You know me, pulling me a quick one. I wasn't aware of the whole Secret Service thing back then, huh? I had no idea. No, I was drunk and I was a bit high, and she started touching me, and I was like, all right, what I mean. Yeah, that's what it was. I was more like friends with her. It was more like a friendly relationship I had with her. She was laying next to me in the bed, but this was not the first time. We didn't do anything. We just sort of friends, and then she started touching me. I was like, I was there was no love at all. I was no, well, no, not really. No, it was just friends. You know, yeah. But yeah, okay. And it happened again afterwards once more. Yeah, it happened again, like it was an accident or something. No, but I mean, yeah, and that's yeah, that was probably the. I still, for some reason, I still feel a bit guilty about the fact that I didn't even make her come. She didn't even have an orgasm. I think no, no, there was no foreplay and nothing. It was really one of those sort of mission almost things. I don't know. She just needed. They just needed some sperm and they got it. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I consider it almost stole. They stole one of my kids, really. Yeah, and they're probably grooming her into becoming some sort of queen, some sort of secret world queen, something. Yeah, who's about to take over her dumbass father's stuff. Her dumb, you know what I mean? Uh, uh, I think I saw her once. I think they made her walk by. Yeah, was going home from doing groceries or something, and then I saw this girl, young girl, about her age, I think. Then so I walk, and you see the same cheeks, a little bit the same cheeks as that girl from that youth shelter thingy. Yeah, a bit the same cheeks. And she had a very like mixed skin. You know what I mean? Like mixed between. And she was a black girl. She was from I think Nigeria. That's what she said. She had a very mixed tint. You know, yeah, a glowy mixed tint. I was like, oh, did they just, that's what they do. This is what they like to do. People from the Kabbalah. They just mess with your head. Like, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, and who knows what she's gonna be like? I think they're gonna try to turn her into some secret world queen sort of thing. Yeah, just to mess with me, so I don't wanna, I mean, just so I mean, it's gonna be her against me when she grows up. Like, I mean, she's just a girl right now, but like 7 years from now or something, she's gonna be in her 20s. That's becoming a woman then. Yeah. And I'm still gonna be doing stuff, what I mean? And then they probably wanna, what I mean, have us fight each other. And then, yeah, I don't know. Romans that like to watch people fight each other, you know what I mean? They like to do that, right? Force people to fight each other. I think it's a bit like this. It's like planned like a long, long time ago. Just messing with you. You know what I mean? Just messing with one of the Jesus clones. One of the many, probably. Cheating if they come close to victory, because they don't really want to, you know what I mean? They don't really want to lose. No, they just want to make you feel like you can win, right? Something like this. Yeah, but I'm gonna go slowly. So I wonder what they're gonna do about that. Because the plan is, I'm not gonna go. What they really want to see is me going down into the streets and scream bloody murder about everything. You know what I mean? Listen, people, listen. Yada 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 yada. Well, what I'm doing right now, but then in the streets and louder and more dramatic. Be this preacher, all right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not like that, man. I may turn into a rapper at some point. I'm planning to write some rap texts. When I'm gonna go to prison. Yeah, at least spend my time wisely. Make them regret that I mean, they chose this path. Yeah. Yeah, because they wanna. I'm not sure what they want to do. I think they want to troll me in prison as well. They did it last time. They put the guy next to me, and he was always screaming weird shit. And well, basically trolling, just being annoying. And I think they're gonna do that this time as well. Yeah, just keep you awake, so keep you out of so you cannot think or you cannot read. Just bother you, just constantly bother you with annoying with annoying factors, just trolling, just continuous trolling. That's what they do. That's what they like. That's what I've noticed so far. So one of the things I'm gonna do there is develop hell for these people who are actually responsible for this. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like every time I get like annoyed, I'm gonna think of things I can make these people go through. You know what I mean? And then the whole lot. And then in such a way that I can still get through it. You know, so if they do that eye for an eye thing, like you have to, if you make us go through this, you have to do it yourself as well. I'm like, okay, I can do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna create a hell where I can get through what they won't. And then we can just destroy them after I get released from prison. You know, we can just round them up, and run them through the programs that I've written in prison, and destroy them. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? It almost sounds like a Hitler plan. Like, all right, just gonna go to prison real quick, guys. I'm gonna come up with a plan to destroy these little shits, and I'll be back. You know? Yeah, but with a very, very passive aggressive hell that I can get through. Yeah, because I'm a bit scared. I don't want to go. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to go through an actual hell. No, just a little bit. The hell that I know that I can handle, and I know that they cannot. Right on the edge. You know what I mean? Uh, so that's what I'm planning to create. Also a hell where other people can get through as well. Yeah, because I might arrest somebody by accident. Well, it's wrong people. It's a very likely scenario. Yeah, you don't want to arrest innocent people, do you? Well, you do, but you don't want to punish them unfairly afterwards, right? Now, you should just remember it's a very strange holiday. You know, that's basically what you're gonna tell your friends. I think when you get back, like this is a very very strange holiday I just had. Let me tell you all about it. I don't think it's the asshole island idea. I don't think it's gonna be like, but a little bit like this, but lighter. Yeah, because it's not like sophisticated. It's not like there's got to be these little subtle things everywhere. You know what I mean? And right now it's just a rough sketch, but I think I can perfection it. Yeah, I've got, and I could do it right now, but I don't want to spend my time on this right now. No, no, because I know I'm gonna be in prison soon thanks to these assholes. They're gonna make me homeless, and this is why I'm gonna go to prison, not because I like it. No, they're gonna make me homeless. So thanks to their actions, I'm gonna be homeless. And they want me to be on the streets, and either kill myself or agree to work for them, and turn myself into a little bitch, basically. That can be controlled by a bunch of concentration camp survivors. You know what I mean? They want to probably let me kill people, torture people, do all kinds of horrible things. You know what I mean? Just to get me into the same boat. Like you were forced to do stuff against your free will. Yeah, so now you're with us. Now you've got the same problem as we have. What are you gonna do now? Huh? Throw yourself in hell as well? Hmm? You understand what I mean? Like I'm just pleading, man. But yeah, you know what I mean. I see your intentions. I see your intentions. You want to make me do horrible things as well, so I'm in the same boat with you. So that I would have to... What? Exactly. Huh? Tell God to forgive you. I don't even believe In God, man. Yeah. Yeah, but I do wanna, you know what I mean? I do wanna get my word in. Yeah. And I don't even know what that hell thing is. No. Mm. I think it's something that has yet to be created. I think so. Well, maybe they got something. I have no idea. Oh, no idea. But I said before, like, even without being in your boat, I can imagine it's not pretty nice to be there. And well, that's why I said, like, I think it's a good idea to make at least a gray area, you know, between hell and heaven, you know, for the people that were forced to do dumb and bad things, you know, thanks to inbreds or the Secret Service or a combination of both. Yeah, like a gray area where you can, well, be a bit gray. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm probably gonna go there anyway. Yeah, because heaven is probably too boring and hell is too hot. So I'll probably end up in that gray area anyway. I don't have to murder anything. No. I probably want to do some dumb shit. Like, I don't think in heaven you can shoot each other with actual weapons and rubber bullets. What would that be a bit strange? Heaven with weapons? That would be like I don't know what you can compare heaven with here, but like you understand, that would be a bit strange, wouldn't it? Like, hi, yeah, this is heaven. Could you please send us a bunch of fully automatic rifles, please? Yeah, maybe some rubber bullets. Yeah, some protective suits. Yeah. All right, thank you. You know, I mean, it'd be a bit strange. It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, heaven is in need of weapons, apparently. Let's see what's going on. People probably start calling people. trust, trust me, heaven is not necessarily for me, man. I don't have to murder fuck all to get that gray area done. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go there myself. On my own free will. Yeah. You know. Um, to me, that's where you going. If you're a gray, if you're a gray, you know, what I mean, if you're not completely fucked up, you've been sort of forced to do stuff that you otherwise wouldn't do. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's, I assume there's going to be a gray area, at least, and probably several. You know, a gray area where there's this, a gray area where there's that. You know, different gray areas where different, people are at. Different things are possible or impossible. No. Yeah, forget about heaven. They would never. They would never. They would never allow weapons there. You know, just start bitching immediately. Are you insane? Did you just order? You know what I mean? For heaven's sake, what's wrong with you? I'm just fucking bored, man. Yeah. I mean, you know, rubber bullets. Don't be such a bitch about this, you know. I'll probably start, you know, getting fights immediately with people there. Don't be such a little wuss, man. You know, fuck heaven. Yeah, but fuck hell too. I'm not gonna go to hell. No. No, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck you. I don't feel like going there neither. The grey area is probably where I'm at. Yeah, and some combat simulation. Some combat simulation thing. Just whooping ass. You know what I mean? I could do that all day long. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll probably already go there, man. I stole shit. I set shit on fire. You know, other stuff. You know, destroyed things. I lied. You know, all kinds of stupid stuff, man. Called God an asshole. You know, all kinds of stuff. Basically said that he attempted murder on me once, or she, because of the appendicitis thing. Basically threatened. He's threatened to sue God for that. I don't think. You know, probably in the gray area. Oh. Yeah, where you can do dumb stuff, but moderately. You know, not like the inbred area. I don't want to be with the inbreds that don't know how to control themselves. You know, that's hell. Hell is for inbreds that have no self-control. Yeah. You know, fuck them. You know. Yeah, I want to go to a place where you can do some dumb things, but you know, with a little bit of moderation, man. Just with a little bit of, you know, come on, man. Like, don't go too far. Sure, we hit each other with weapons, yeah, but we wear suits, so we only bruise each other a little bit. There's no blood. There's no broken bones. There's no. Afterwards, everybody is happy. Everybody is tired. Everybody's happy, and the next day, everybody's muscles are hurting as fuck. I mean, yeah, that was a good day then, wasn't it? You don't have this in heaven. You don't have like this thing where you chase each other with weapons and bruise each other. No, you little bitches is what you are. Little rich bitches that talk funny and do rich stuff all day long. You know, sitting on horses with holding very large hammers, you know, trying to get balls and goals and stuff like this. You know, I mean, I'm not sure what they are. There's polo people. This is a hammer with a very, very long handle. That's what it looks like. Forget about it, man. Give me a weapon and some rubber bullets. Let me chase your dumb ass. Huh? Yeah. Let me chase your dumb ass. Yeah, but they're trying to get me to hell. The hellbound probably want to do that. Like, we're going to hell. Fuck. Can you imagine, man? Imagine yourself convinced you're going to hell for the shit you've done. Like, oh shit. There's some bad stuff. Your heart starts pumping. Going to hell for this. And then some Satanist approaches you. Hey, listen, I happen to be in contact with the you know, with the dude who runs the place, basically, where you think you're going. Yeah, why don't you join us? You know. Now here goes your heart. Really? You know the fucking, you know, the Satan thing? That runs the thing? You think that would help? You know, when it comes to my hellboundness and shit that happens in there? Oh, yeah, probably. Can imagine it, at least, you know, it's better than fucking doing nothing. There you go. There you go. You become Satanist now. You know, you're one of the most unintelligent, you know, people in the world now. Yeah. You're a dumb fuck that just fell for a massive trap. You know it's true. You know it's true. What about these people, huh? What about these people that were convinced they were going to hell? became Satanists, and then did a lot more bad stuff because they already thought they were going to hell, while that may have not have been true. Like the concentration camp survivors. You know, you thought you thought you were already going to hell because you work with the Nazis. To me, that would not have been necessarily necessary. You know, considering you were a POW. That's how I look at it. You know, you were a prisoner of war. You were forced to do stuff for the enemy. Yeah. Well, that's not cool, is it? No. So you would, like, if you would ask me, I would find it pretty logical for you to get, you know, at least to get forgiven for that. You know, for the stuff you've done. I think so. Throwing Jews in furnaces and sweeping the floor. I don't know what you had to do there. Stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah, but then you made it so much worse, man. You made it so much worse by trapping others in a similar trap, and then hoping that they would create some sort of exception for you. You know, this is what makes it so much worse, so much more difficult to not whoop your ass. So you're old now. Every time you sneeze, you just assume you're gonna shit your pants. You're almost dead. Just heard this little asshole talk. Basically pleading for you to burn. Now what's gonna happen? I never really thought of it, to be honest. What happens when you die? Huh? I bet you're gonna be scared. Scared of all the things you've done, hoping that you would get some sort of, you know, sort of way out. But it's completely backfired. Everything is going to shit. It blew up in your face. Fuck. It was already bad. You made it so much fucking worse. Oh, yeah. Fear. I can imagine it's gonna be very present within your body and soul as soon as you pass. Well, if you pass, because what would you do if you would be offered the option? Exit, restart, or spectate? That's probably what the, you know, if it's a game, it's probably something like this. What would you do? Exit? Or wait, respawn. That's also a thing, isn't it? Restart. Respawn. Well, you respawn, you end up in the shit that you created. If you exit, well, who knows what's gonna happen next? And spectate, then you can just look at the shit you've been creating. You probably do spectate, don't you? Just wait till, you know, see what happens. You're scared. I have no idea. What would that be? What would happen? I mean, you've done a lot of bad things. You know, okay, I've done some stupid things, but nothing really bad yet. You know, I mean, hoping, you know, I'm planning to keep it that way, but but you, like, I don't have a lot of reason to be scared. You know, I mean, I did some stupid things, yes, but it's not like eternity in hell or something. You know, I mean, no, just some stupid shit. But you, oh man, the stuff you've done throughout your life, the things you suggested, the things you're responsible for, the things you're partly responsible for, the things you've seen, videos, of stuff, horrible stuff that you are partly responsible for because you intentionally, poorly trained those agents and sent them overseas. And now you receive this video as a warning from the enemy. You don't consider it a warning at all. You consider it something to feed yourself with, wasn't it? You enjoyed yourself while watching those videos. You pretended to look for evidence or whatever, but you didn't. The pain, being inflicted by this person that you intentionally poorly trained. You were jealous, wasn't it? Oh, she made you feel ugly. Yeah. She made you feel inferior. Didn't she? Yeah. No, you broke her. You don't feel bad about it, no, because she was part of the people, and the people didn't do anything about that Holocaust. They just sat there and did nothing. Just allowed you to be slaughtered. Basically asking. He was asking for it. I mean, you don't have to feel bad about this at all. No, let's go on to the next, huh? Yeah. Every now and again, when people started talking about it, listen, don't you think it's a bit... Before they could finish their sentence, you would already start shaking a little bit, right? Look very dramatic in their eyes. And these people would look at you a bit strangely, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then you would inhale, shake a little bit more, and then say something like, you know what they've done to us? Have you any idea what the concentration camps were like? Do you? This is your way of getting your way, right? People being intimidated, allowing you to do shit that they would otherwise never allow you to do. Right? Yeah, I know you. I know you. Fear. What's gonna happen? And I don't know neither, man. I have no idea. No, but for some reason I'm not really scared of it. No, I'm just really, no. And I hardly ever think about it, but if I do, I'm like, ugh, I don't even, I'll see. I have no idea. No. No, but for you, I can imagine it's different. Every day could be your last, right? When you're running on fumes, and all the shit that you caused is still going on. Like, is it ever gonna stop? Like, what if this eye for an eye thing is actually for real? And you just keep being punished for these things you've been doing and it doesn't stop. So does your hell ever end? This must be thoughts in your head. Because you initiated something that you cannot stop, can you? You created this monster to make a point, and now it's just doing its thing with you. Being mainly responsible for the continuation of this abomination. I can imagine it's quite disturbing. Quite scary. Just from a pragmatic point of view, like what would the machines, consider you as to be responsible for? I mean, you created this monster that is doing its horrible thing, right? As we speak. Thinking it was part of a righteous revenge. But now knowing that it was not. Trapped twice, you could say. I'd be scared. I'll be honest. I'd be shit scared. All those videos you've seen. You don't want to experience that at all, do you? No, that's why you felt so good about it, right? Well, I'm happy that's not me. Yeah. But what if your victims still hover around you? Huh? What if your victims automatically get sort of directed to you? Huh? I want to see you going through what they went through. It's too much to think about. I don't even think you're able to think about it. I think it's a block. I think you block it because it's too much. It's just too much. You cannot imagine like this shit that you are probably accountable for, can be held accountable for. I mean, just by logical reasoning, nothing with proof and whatnot. Just logic reasoning, and oh. The things you and your inbred brain have done and seen. You felt so good too. Right? You felt so good. And you felt like you had the right to do it. A righteous revenge, but it's in the old days they would burn witches, alright? They would burn witches alive. That's what used to happen to you. That's a bit what you are, isn't it? You're a bit of a witch. Right? You're butt ugly. But there's one thing witches have in common, usually. Right? Hideous. Hideous witches. I bet this is where you learned your little manipulative thing, huh? I think this is what it is. It was your ugliness that made you so crafty, so manipulative. Using tricks and drugs to, sedate men so you could steal their semen and produce offspring that way, because there's no way any of those men would have, right? No. Not even on a good day. So you would have to come up with all kinds of elaborate. This was your ugliness. It eventually turned you into the abomination that you are today. Yeah. You were so fucking ugly that you had to, well, find other ways to make men make love to you. Oh, make love. That's not even. That's not really what it is it? Well, isn't it? Is it though? It's not just the semen. It's also the love, isn't it? You need love. But you don't really have a face that really, nor a body that really invites you to love you, right? Is that why you got this whole escort business going? Is that why you tried to turn me into an escort? You wanted to have my love? You wanted to experience my love? Yeah, you heard that story from that French girl, right? She was what she was Secret Service, I think, right? How I got her high, without drugs. Huh? You heard about that? Yeah, the infamous high in the beach. Yeah, you wanna get that high, right? But I wouldn't go down on an elderly person out of my own free will, right? And so you tried to turn me into an escort. Packing up my life, closing doors, until there will be nothing left but that one door that you want to make me walk me through. Right? And then claim afterwards that you respected my free will. Because, well, I received money for my services, right? Yeah, money that I couldn't otherwise obtain. Right? Respecting the free will and still force people to become a prostitute so you can have your vagina being licked by a guy that did that once to a French girl before she got high. Probably start rhyming in English as well. Basically a sexual predator. That's what you actually are. Yeah, if you think about it. You're basically, hunting me. You're a sexual predator. You want me to sexually please you. You know that you're too hideous to, to, to convince me to do that out of my own free will. And so you screw up my life just so I can please you. Right? Yeah, we're gonna do something about that too, I think. I don't like this whole, thinking that you have the right to have sex or something. Yeah, I'm ugly, but I feel like I have the right to have sex with beautiful people anyway. Really? Well, I'm fucking beautiful. And I haven't had sex in, 12, 13 years? I could have. I could have fixed myself a date. Could have gone to the prostitutes. Yeah. But what can I say? I'm a fucking boss. Rather than a bitch. And therefore, I dominate my urges instead of being dominated by them. fucking beautiful. I look pretty good. Yeah, I'm not like a model type of, where you won't see me in no magazines. No, but I look pretty good. Fucking beautiful is a bit exaggerated maybe. I look pretty good. Yeah, I can get laid. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't what I mean. I don't need to call an escort to get myself laid. No. No, but I just don't. No. I like it. I like having sex. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but to me it's more than just that physical thing. It's more about love really. Yeah, if I'm really honest, it's really making love. It's really the love part that really interests me. The sex part, well, I guess partially or something. I mean, there could be interesting things. We could do interesting things with sex as well. Like games and things. I suppose. Yeah, but for me personally, the actual, making, like a sex part, that's mostly love. Yeah, the sexual release, the orgasm. Yeah, it's more like and I didn't feel like looking for that, and therefore also no sex. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think 13 years when I'm 20. Yeah, it's about 12, 13 years. No sex. From my 22nd, 23rd till now. I could have. Yeah, but I didn't. I can still right now. You know how good I still look? I'm 35 and I'm still got. Oh, I almost got myself a six pack. Yeah, if I don't eat a lot for 2 days, I basically have a six pack. Yeah, I can go out there and get myself laid. Oh yes, go to I don't know, random place, a bar or something, pick someone up, and there you go. Go to the house and you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, I look fucking amazing. No, I'm not even joking. I look fucking. Oh, that's a bit, what I mean? Yeah, but no, but you know what I mean? I could get laid. Yeah, but you don't. You're butt fucking ugly. You don't take care of yourself because your face sucks. And so you're like, you know what? Let's just drop everything else as well. But you still feel like you have the right to have sex with beautiful people because you just have the urge to do so. Right? I don't like it. I don't like it. And you know, what I mean, I don't like it. It's too sensitive for pervertation and stuff. I think this whole business. I mean, it can be good. Yeah, but if you look at the inbreds, for example, that only like it when you don't like it, and they do all kinds of perverted things, and they also, I mean, this is our people, so this is why I see it. It's our people being victimized by a bunch of inbreds that pay money to make our people do perverted things for the inbreds so they can get off. This is what is happening right now. This is not to do with making love. This has nothing to do with giving love to people. Oh, this is just a bunch of usually, inbreds getting off in some perverted way. You know what I mean? Like the inbreds that want the women that want and probably inbred gay guys as well. You know what I mean? A normal gay guy would not enjoy a straight guy performing sexual actions upon him. Not because he knows he's not really gay, and he doesn't like it, and that's why he doesn't like it neither. That's a normal gay guy's reaction to something like this. An inbred gay, This is what they love. Like, oh, you don't like it? You don't like to do gay stuff and still you're doing it because you feel like it's necessary after we fucked up your life? They get off on that shit. You know what I mean? This is a possibility as well. Yeah. Maybe also concentration camp surviving, homosexual or bisexual, dudes. Fucking up your life so they can buy you, offer you some of their filthy money in exchange of sexual actions being performed upon them. Buying you after fucking up everything in your life, screwing up everything, closing every door, so they can buy you and perform, sexual actions for them. The most disgusting freaks on earth is what I dare to claim these people are. The most disgusting, sex-obsessed freaks on earth. There's nothing else on their minds besides these perverted urges to make others do sexual stuff against their own free will. And still respect their free will, technically, because you're paying them. Sure, you fucked up their lives. Sure, you made it pretty much impossible, to have a nice life in other ways, especially when you're drug addicted. That's what you wanted to do too, didn't you? You wanted to make me addicted to hard drugs, so I would do homosexual and other shit, in exchange of a lot of your money stuff, so I could buy myself a lot of hard drugs, huh? You fucking disgust me. You fucking disgust me. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Deeply, deeply ashamed of yourselves. Yeah. What did you think about that for a while? Huh? I think I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. The concentration camp survivors probably went to bed like 2 hours ago. So they will probably they'll hear this in the morning when I wake up at 4 a.m. Right? Fucking idiots. I know you better than you know yourself. Alright. Inbreds. Concentration camp survivors. Over and out.